Hello. What's going on? I think I'm here. Still working? Why is this camera's always giving me problems. What's going on, guys? Oh, forgot to move this over. What's going on? What's going on? Okay, so this is good. This looks good. Screen. That. Nice. Nice. What's going on, guys? Have not eaten at all, so I've got some sausage. I hope the microphone doesn't pick this up. I'm so sorry. What's good? What's going on, man? So, we of course have this guy. Absolutely gargantuan box. Actually, not gargantuan. One of the first manageable packages in a very long time. Where's the... Oh, here we go. Anycubic Kobra S1. Go this way, camera. You go the wrong way. Okay. Yeah. There's a pretty big split on the side of this box. Gonna be honest with you, I'm not too keen on that. Look at that. Yeah. The shipping service didn't do it very well. We'll put it that way. What's going on, guys? How are you? What's going on? What does this look like? We might need to move this guy a little bit. There we go. Why is this looking kind of laggy? Why does this seem laggy to me? This camera is lagging. Well, that's not good. Maybe we gotta go to this one for the unboxing. Yeah, I'm not sure why this is laggy. Huh. Maybe I can unplug it and plug it back in. Let's see what I can do. Let's try again. If this don't work, then I don't know. We're just gonna have to kind of roll with it, I guess. So, still, oh wait. Hold on. Now it wants to freeze. This is what I'm saying. Like, there's always camera problems, you know? Like, why do all these cameras not play well? It don't make any sense to me. Okay. So we're back. Is it laggy still? Still laggy. All right, we'll just go with this one. Okay, let me get a knife, and then we're gonna chop this box open, see what's on the inside. I've had this package now for quite a while. I'm very eager to get into it. Gotta go this way for the knife. Yeah, probably had this for I don't know. It's probably been a week and a half or 2 weeks at least, and I've just not had the time to bust it open. But yeah, when did this printer even come out? I know there's some content for it already online. I haven't seen very much is the thing. I know 3D Print SOS did a video on it. Okay, so it's pretty much packaged like any other Speedy Core XY in today's world. we have these corner protectors, which I'm not really sure what they're protecting. This is gonna be dangerous. I'm gonna stand on a swivel chair. Guys, don't do this. Book. This is the first time I've seen a decent book in a while. I'm realizing if this camera is laggy, that's gonna be problematic for close-up shots. I think the release was January. Jeez, was it really that long ago? Oh my gosh. All right, that ain't gonna happen. We're gonna have to come down from the chair. This tea might need to go, or else that's gonna get spilled everywhere. All right. Maybe we can do it like this. Trying to show everything on the screen, but if it ain't gonna happen, it ain't gonna happen, you know? I might just have to pull this sucker out myself. My way. All right, there she goes. There she goes. Yeah, try to get this thing out of the box in a small, tight area. Okay. Hope to find out more info on this printer you just bought. Oh, okay, there we go, perfect. There we go. That is perfect timing. Well, is it shipped on its side? Or did I? No. What is? Oh, the screen flips out on the top. I'm like, what the heck? Why is the screen facing me like that? Oh, so like, I see the front door and I was like, did they ship it on its side? No, they didn't. All right. So what does this printer cost? 500 or 550 bucks? Something like that. I think for that price, from what I've seen online, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty pleased. Oh, we have belted Z on the bottom. Hold on a second. Let me get my trash out. So, see, this is why I want this camera, but this camera is going to be laggy. I'm not sure why it's so laggy today. We have a Z-axis that is bound by belts, so it looks like we're gonna have 3 mounting points for Z. Mounting points, I don't know what you want to call them, but rods, 3 rods. And this top mounted screen that like folds down, kind of interesting. Okay. At first glance, first solid printer, I personally had slight problems with the first layer though. Okay, so you have one? Bardiak? I'm having problems with matte PLA throwing a tangle error. Interesting. What, Havoc, what printer are you using right now if you're having issues with matte PLA? You mean you're having problems with this one right now that you have. This screen is actually really well attached. I quite like this. I don't know if I like it on top, but I like how strong that, how strong the hinge is. Okay, so the lid is plastic or plexiglass or something. It's not glass, but at this price point, you really expect that. Also, we have a few other printers at this price point that also have plastic. So the Cheedy Q1 Pro has a plastic lid. I actually think all of the Cheedy printers have a plastic lid. Not 100% sure, but I think it's all of them. So we have a guide to Ace Pro Unlock. Okay. Open the printer cover, use an Allen key to remove the 2 screws marked in red. Take the box out. Okay. Can probably figure that out. I had one, but personally decided to sell it. Oh, okay. What did you what did you sell it for? Like, what did you replace it with? And why did you decide to sell it? Okay. Definitely jam-packed in here. See, this is why I want to get this working, but she laggy. Let's see if I can do it anyway. This is pretty much like the inside of any this is the inside of any Speedy Core XY with a material system. It is very jam-packed in here. There's not much wiggle room. So I'd say pretty good. Had to have the wife help me get it out of the box. Yeah, we'll see what I have to do because clearly it's being problematic. Not that bad. Actually, the K2 Plus, the K2 Plus is probably the worst that I've had so far. It's just huge, physically large. It's heavy. The K2 Plus was maybe not the most pleasant experience. Okay, so the front door is also plastic. I think I knew that from what I saw online, but okay, so our first set of screws to remove are pretty up close. Hold on. I think I'm gonna have to just use this camera anyway, even though it's lagging for some reason. I'm not really... So, on the inside here, we've got 2 screws to take out. Let me just try one thing real quick. Does this work? Oops, I shut it off. I did not mean to shut this camera off, guys. Hold on. I'm trying to make it not laggy for you. But looks like it's gonna want to be anyway. Oi. What are we looking like now? Well, we're still laggy, but okay. So we've got a couple screws in the front here to undo. These red arrows are like super duper common. They must be buying these red arrow stickers in bulk because Creality uses them, Anycubic uses them, everyone uses these same screws. Let's see what's going on. Flash sale right now, $4.98. Honestly, $4.98 for a printer that can do multiple colors really is not too bad. What is this? How do you? Oh, you undo those screws and it just lifts out. Interesting. I was not expecting that. That's for sure. $4.98 and you get a machine that actually dries itself too. That's crazy actually, because I have some dryers in the studio that cost $200 by themselves. A lot more foam. Really well packed. Okay, so then there's some more. There's some more screws. These are all very clearly marked with red arrows. I wish I could show you guys, but like, I think that would be way too difficult to get on camera. I'm not using instructions at all. It's very obvious. You just look for everything with a red arrow and remove it. There's 4 of them, it appears. 2 on the left, and 2 on the left, 2 on the right. Oh, sorry, 5. 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and 1 in the back. Someone offered me a Bamboo Lab A1 combo with some payment on top in exchange. Oh, okay. Actually, you know what? That really isn't that bad. The A1 is... I have not used an A1, but I've used the Creality High. And the Creality High... I mean, it's supposed to be identical, right? Honestly, that's not a bad deal. Especially if you got cash on top. You are missing out on the dryer, right? You don't get the dryer. But if you already have a dryer, it's not that big a deal. The Ace Pro needs some break-in. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at the Ace Pro close-up before I power everything on. I'm very curious. The close-ups of the Ace Pro, how it works and all. Alright, 5 screws out. This guy just pops right out. Oh! You know what's nice is they've got padding on the feet here. Rubber padding to protect it from the scratching up your PEI plate, which is actually, I've not seen anyone else do that. So, but this whole thing is unfortunately very wasteful, right? Like, this is just all trash. So I would rather that than have them ship it in a separate package, right? A separate package is maybe more wasteful, but what can you do? Okay, more plastic here on the lid, or on the front door. We have some zip ties in here. How many? We just have 1 zip tie. There's a zip tie here holding this guy on, a chunky zip tie, mind you. This guy's off. Okay. All right. I definitely missed the dryer. I'm gonna be honest. The dryer feature is, I don't know. I don't really have words. Everyone should have done it before. It's not hard to do it. Every manufacturer should have done it from the very beginning. You are literally already enclosing it. There's no reason to not include a dryer. It just doesn't make sense. Okay, so let's go big on the ceiling here so you can see the Ace Pro a little better. So I will say, just from touching it, I don't want to read a book by its cover, but I'm going to do it anyway. It feels a little bit cheaper than the Creality CFS. It's just lighter. It feels like it's made of cheaper materials, but again, someone in here, Havoc said there's a flash sale right now for $498 for everything, and the CFS is $300 by itself, and this is a dryer. So like, as long as this works and it works well, I totally don't care. It's a lot of packaging material. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the lid feels pretty solid. Well, it is pretty floppy, right? It's super floppy. I'll say that. I like the front. I like the front a lot. Take a look at this. You see this? This just looks generally more well built going on here. That looks, I don't know, it looks nicer because the CFS has actual Bowden tubes sticking up here. It doesn't look as complete. So I like this the way that it looks right now. But one thing I'm noticing is there's no screen on the front, right? Whoa. Well, if you get a jam or a clog, how do you get your filament out? Okay. So if you get a jam or a clog, there's no way to get your filament out because there's no release. That's not the greatest. Okay. So that's the Ace Pro kind of up close. I would have assumed there would have been a screen or like something. Because I suppose it's all controlled here on the actual printer. Which, it would be nice to be able to take the Ace Pro and like plug it in elsewhere to dry your filament. I suppose you still need to... Well, no, it does have separate power on the back of it, right? So, yeah. We do have our own power switch with charge cord with a charging port here. So it would be nice for there to be a separate screen attached to this guy so you could run it independently. But the tubes in the CFS are a good feature though. They reduce wear, right? I don't know what's on the inside of this, right? There probably are Bowden. I know there are Bowden tubes on the inside of it because we have pneumatic fittings. We could take this apart. It's just 2 screws. Let's disassemble this before we do anything. This is really why I wanted this camera to work. This is the first time this camera's been laggy. I wonder if I could replace where does it go into? Why is it doing that? Give me one moment. Let me try one more thing because I want to get a close-up of this, and I don't want it to look really bad. But let me try one thing to see if it'll reduce the lag. Now I'm not convinced this is gonna work, but it might help. Let's see. Nope, stop that. All right. Oddly, it like really blew up the camera as well. I don't know why it made it so big. It's never done this before. Okay, so now it's the correct size. No, I'm actually kind of curious, to be honest with you. I do want to see on the inside of this thing. So, it's just 2 screws. And, well, it might be more than just 2 screws. Yeah, so we do have Bowden tubes in here. I mean, I knew we were gonna have Bowden tubes in here. So like, what do we got more? Just 2 more to get this whole bottom face off. It's gonna be a lot more than 2. This whole thing looks like it's 1 injection molded panel. So we're probably not gonna get that off, but interesting. I might do a pretty big disassembly of this thing as a separate video because this really will be problematic. I know, even look with the CFS and the Bamboo Lab AMS, it jams. Yeah, don't use cardboard spools. Well, you know, sometimes you have to, right? Sometimes you don't have an option. And if something jams, then like, I don't know. It would be nice to have a manual release. So there's no manual release. If you get filament that breaks off inside of there, I guess tough lock or something. You know, we can take this off too, actually. This is also just 2 screws. This way we know what we're working with, you know? I use sometimes, like with Polymaker, they only sell cardboard spools, right? The edges are glued now, but they're still cardboard. Oh, that don't come off. Yeah, it's got screws keeping it in from the other side. Alright, well, so anyway, we've got spot for desiccant on the inside, rollers. It just looks like another AMS. It's definitely built a little cheaper than the other AMSs we're used to, but you can print adapters for cardboard spools. So yeah, I mean, you can print adapters. That's true. That is really true. It is kind of frustrating to have to print adapters, but if necessary, especially seeing as if you have to print adapters, you kind of have to print one. You have to print one adapter per spool, because like I've got a whole wall of polymaker filament over here, right? And that means if I'm changing colors, I have to remove it. At the bare minimum, I have to have 4 sets of adapters, and then I'm changing all the adapters out. I want to be able to take the spool off the wall and just drop it in and just go. But it's not the end of the world. Oh wow, mine's actually scratched. Ah, I bet that's where the box damage was. On this side. Hope the screen works. Alright, let's get this bad boy plugged in. So we've got this thing, whatever it is. Oh my gosh. Some adapter thing. Let me get the... I mean, it's got a 4 Bowden tubes on 4 to 1 Bowden tube splitter thing. Multiple power cords, obviously. CFS cable. An Ace Pro cable. Activated carbon. Okay, we have an air filter. Nice. Spool holder. A nozzle cleaner. Okay. Alright. The tiniest little thing of lubricant. Okay, and then a USB. Of course, you get a USB. Alright, so before we do anything, I guess the first thing I'm gonna do is shift all this stuff around so I can get this thing plugged in. There's only one spot where this will plug in. Unfortunately, only one place where it'll reach. It is kind of heavy though. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I know, exactly. You cut the price by giving less lubricant. Also, like that is not going to save any money, right? You're going to, I mean, if you save, like, what, are you going to save $500 by selling 1,000 units with this much less lubricant? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Wow. Lots. Okay. Got to figure out the power situation here. Okay, so that's there. And I'm going to actually be able to move this camera as well, I think. So... Too much. Too much. Okay. I have a respool roll after it broke just now. Oh man, that sucks. I actually just built a respooler, right? I built this guy. Um, it's pretty nice if I'm being honest with you, but like I don't want to respool unless I have to respool. This is just a last ditch. This is like if I have to, I have it available. That's what that is. Okay, so we are going to. Okay, this is power. This is plugged in. We are going to actually move this here and power it on to see what we see. No. No power. Oh, wait, it is powering on. Okay. Oh, wow, that is like. I'm gonna have to kind of reduce the power of this light. Is that washing it out? Oh, it's the window that's washing it out. Well, that's problematic. Okay. English. Global. I guess I'm gonna have to plug my Wi-Fi in. I will be DL when I'm done here. What is DL? Wow, this is very responsive. Super, super duper responsive. Like, incredibly quick. Alright. Next. Insert. What is that for? Why do I have to insert the USB? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, don't really know why I have to insert the USB for this, but... Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. That screw never came out. I unscrewed it, but I didn't remove it. So it's still stuck in there. Yeah, let me put the charcoal bag in as well. This is what you get when you don't read the instructions. That is a big bag that does not want to fit in. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, and now I gotta get that screw out somehow. Where did my tool go for that? Like, it should give you 3 of each tool because you're gonna lose them for sure. missing. It's completely and entirely missing. Oh, it's on the ground. That's why it's missing. Alright. Now let's get this thing out officially. It's like it's fully unscrewed, it just didn't actually become removed. Alright, we'll try this again. Instructions are there to ignore them. That is absolutely entirely accurate. Instructions are meant, they're designed to be ignored. Sorry if you hear me eating, by the way. Okay, so because I turned it off in the middle of its calibration, it never did its calibration. No, we're not doing that yet. Okay, fine. You know what? Fine. We're gonna update you. How do you do that? I should have said yes. I should have said yes. Okay, yes. Yes. Updating firmware. I need to find a better location because that is like very impossible to read because of this just so washed out. The Shrimp Father, aka Martin. Great name, dude. What's going on, man? What's going on? Thanks for stopping in. What's going on? Had a water bottle around here somewhere. I see the ticks on my microphone volume just pulsing up. I have no idea what you guys are hearing, but I'm so sorry. So while we're doing that, I'm gonna get the lid back on. I'll be honest, I'm not really offended that the lid is plastic. I really am not offended. If it scratches easily, that's not the greatest, but just got home, started a few prints. Well, there you go. There you go. That's the life, living the life. So this guy uses the same connector. He uses the same connectors as the CFS and the AMS, except they only give us one cable. This is the only cable they give us. So that means, what does that mean? That means we cannot plug in to another one. Very confused. You cannot do 16 colors maybe? Or something like that? Well, sorry, let me take a step back. There's two ports back here, so you can definitely string them together. But oh boy. Plastic always scratches easily, but it's also as easy to remove scratching. Yeah, I mean, Yes, it's easy to remove scratches, but like, no one's gonna polish it, right? Just because it's easy doesn't mean that people are gonna do it. I agree with you 100%. I don't know. Well, I guess while we wait, I'm going to butter this guy up with some Vision Miner. I probably should clean it first, but it'll be fine. This is Vision Miner's nano polymer. I know you guys have seen this stuff before. It really, really is incredible stuff. I pretty much use it on every single printer that I have. I just chuck it on. I don't know if you're only supposed to use a few drops. I really honestly have no idea. I just douse it. This stuff is incredible. It has worked for every single material I've ever printed. I really do like this stuff. Oh, system. Oh, it says finished. This whole time it said finished, but I need to restart. I didn't realize that. Why can't you restart for me? Seems kind of crazy. Okay. Vision Miner Nano applied. Put the bed back in. Okay, so we need to where's calibration? There we go. All full calibration. We want, oh, it's very fuzzy. We want the full, see, you can do some of it, but no, we want the full thing. Why does this keep getting fuzzy? There we go. Full calibration. What is your problem? There's even more screws to remove. Why am I this bad? I literally looked at every single red arrow, and then it's like 2 more red arrows popped up. They came out of thin air. You just bought a bottle today. Heck yeah. Did you get the big bottle or the small bottle? I like to get the small bottles. This way I can keep them all around. Like, I mean, I'm a little unique, right? I've got 3 printing studios, not just 1. But I like to get the small bottles so I can have multiple bottles all throughout the studio. There's a one always close. I'm serious. That one that I have right there that I just showed was a big one, but this is the first time I've used a big one. All right, we'll try this for a 3rd time. You're gonna break it before the first print. Oh, that's so true. That's so true. It's not good. Okay. We're trying this again. Calibration, all calibration, go. Go. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. I have faith in you. Hey, it's moving finally. All right. This is probably the single worst unboxing video that you'll find for this printer. I tried to break it 3 times. It just won't break. Maybe that's good. Maybe that's good. I wonder how long it's going to take. Yo, I bet I know why this thing is laggy. I'm using the wrong USB cable. Hold up. Give me just a second. I'm gonna swap these USB cables real quick. Perfect material for a video. Why you should remove the screw before calibration. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. This. Oh, much better. Not laggy anymore. It was the wrong USB cable all along. Look at me, camera. Hello? Why is it looking the wrong way? So right now it's doing PID tune, which is why it's not doing anything. Because it's doing something without letting us know. Okay. This whole time, I should have known. I guess I need to buy another one of those USB cables because this other one sucks. This AI thing on this other camera, I'm not working either. Okay. Okay. This is a really long PID tune, if I'm being honest. And it doesn't even tell us, like, what the temperatures are. Oh my gosh, look, this is the... I just noticed. So this guy that I had earlier, this thing needs to be installed. That's where the other cable's at. I knew I was missing something. Once again, I don't read instructions. Are you supposed to read instructions? So this guy literally just gets plugged into the back of the printer for some reason. Once again, having a hard time focusing, but anyway, we'll see if I can do this. Back this camera up a little bit. There we go. So we have 4 Bowden tube slots, and yeah, I guess I can do this. I can do this. The back of the Ace Pro has 4 Bowden tube slots coming out, so I guess you put 1 in each. This is just a really weird design for the whatever you call this thing. My brain doesn't work, but the buffer tube. It's a really weird buffer tube design. And whoa, what on earth did it just do? Yeah, I don't like this at all. I'll have to put the camera back here to show you guys what's going on, because I need to install this thing, and yeah, I'll just do that whenever it's done with the calibration. I'll install that. Okay. So now we're doing the hotbed PID tune. Okay. Interesting. Trying to get a professional opinion on Kobra S1. Well, if you've seen how many times I've messed this thing up, you ain't getting a professional opinion here. Ah. Okay, I think I can give a good assessment whenever it's done. When it's done calibrating. I admit, for the price, currently I'm actually very pleased with it. I'm not one to really necessarily care about fit and finish. It's very nice. It's nice that the Bamboo Lab is all sheet metal. The CFS has a bunch of metal, and stuff like that as well. Having plastic panels definitely feels less premium, but this is a cheaper device, right? This is a $500 device. Or a $550 print, whatever it is. That's okay. That really is okay. Assuming the print quality is good, then I'll probably be pretty happy with it. Did say trying. Did you say you? I can't. Someone just ordered one, and someone just sold one. So I think you just ordered one, right? And then the other guy, and then Bariak just sold one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. When is the delivery date for yours? Do you know? Is this even hot? Okay, it is heating up. It's just doing it very slowly. Oh, you bought it at Micro Center, so you have it in hand. Hold on, let me go back and look at the chat, because I feel like you already said that. Maybe somewhere up here. Yeah, you said you had the Wi-Fi to get out of the box. Yeah, my brain. For some reason, I knew that you had it. I knew that question I asked was a dumb question. Havoc, what other printers do you have? Is this? I'm trying to look now in case you already answered that in the chat. Like I said, it's been a long day, so it doesn't look like you said that. Yeah, what if you have any? What other printers are you running? A Mercury 1.1. Wait a minute. Is the Mercury the Ender 5 build? Mercury 1.1. It is. Oh my goodness. I wanted to build one of those. I wanted to build one of how. I haven't heard of anyone that actually has one. I saw one video online about it. What do you like it? Does it make, because the Ender 5 was just atrocious in my opinion. Oh. Okay, we're doing something else now. So, preheating is about to auto level. No, we're never gonna be able to get all that in. Well, actually, there's a glare, but no, it ain't gonna happen. Probably better just show the actual printer. I converted a Tronc C X. Oh my goodness, I didn't know you could do that. I thought it had to be an Ender 5. Hold on. Okay. I'm looking at right now. So if you're an Ender 5, Ender 5 Pro, Ender 5 Plus owner who's dissatisfied with controller speed. Interesting. So did you like, how much did you have to, modification did you have to do to actually get that working? Yeah, I know, everyone's here. The whole team, the whole crew. This machine's not quiet. I'll say that. Where's my My sound meter is missing. This machine is not very quiet. That's not a problem. That's not an immediate problem. So was it just like longer belts and stuff like that, or did you have to modify the actual 3D printed files as well? Well, so you say yours is quiet. You said mine is, but so you have a K1. I can't remember. I sold my K1. I don't remember the volume of the K1, but the K1C, the X1 Carbon, the P1, all those other machines. I feel like the volume on those machines is significant. Like at least the X, is it the Y? I guess it would be X and Y because they're. I mean, I highly doubt they're using different motors for X and Y. That movement is not quiet. It's like those X or the A and the B motors are particularly loud when it moves at high speed. The K1 is so loud compared to the S1. Okay, that's fair. Because it's been so long. Like, it's hard to believe the K1 is actually like it might be 2 years old. I don't remember exactly. I don't know, but it's just a wild guess because the K2 Plus is almost a year old. I got it in October, and I know I got it early, but I got it in October of last year. So I think the K1's about 2 years old now. This is obviously doing resonance compensation, but I wanted to provide that volume just because resonance compensation is always loud, no matter what machine you're running. It's out 2 years at least, yeah. Whoa. It always shocks me how loud this is. It sounds like a jet is taking off. November of 23. You know what? That actually makes sense because we moved into this new studio, which this blows my mind. We've been here since March of 2024. We've been here for a very long time. And I got the K1 at the old studio. Okay, so this is telling me, oops, something, resonance detection has ended, click finish. Oh wow, it actually tells you your variables, your values, sorry. That is, you actually get the values. Look at this. Alright, is there any way I can move this to get it out of the sun? Can I just do this? Is this possible? Will this get it out of the sun? No, we cannot escape the sun. The sun is a terrible thing that will never play nicely with us. It's better. Okay, so we have our values. That's actually pretty crazy. No, I don't want to do that again. So this screen, if my face was not on it because it was so glossy, is actually pretty good. Like, very responsive. Actually, incredibly responsive. I am thoroughly impressed with this. Okay. Really nice interface. Really nice interface. Had winding a spool of filament sucks. Oh yeah, hand winding. I don't want to even get into the whole hand winding thing because I need to do it soon. It looks good. The screen looks good. Super high resolution. Things besides the original issue of me finding calibration 20 minutes ago, it feels good. So Ace 1, please connect Ace 1, please connect Ace 2. So you can only have 2 Ace Pros, it looks like. We're about to hook that up in a minute. All your calibration there, you're moving. Obviously, we're homing now. I clicked home, so we're homing. Okay. I'm very happy with the way this looks. Print settings. So this was belt detection was turned off by default. I turned it on, by the way. I don't really know what that is, but it sounds like something I want on. LED. Yeah, that's nice. It's actually a pretty bright LED. Look at this. So this is obviously LED on, LED off. That's pretty bright. I'd say that's better than the Bamboo Lab LED. I would say that for sure. So you can have the screen time out in a certain amount of time. 20 minutes, never. I'm gonna say never because I like the screen always being on. I don't know, I'm happy. When you go to print, you've got your local, your USB. I guess your videos are your time lapses. Wait, can you enable and disable time lapse in here somewhere? You can change your nozzle type on this. That's interesting. What is the point of this to change your nozzle type? So this does not come with a hardened steel nozzle. That's a little upsetting. Everything comes with a hardened nozzle these days. Oh, what did I just do? That unlocks your motors. Okay. Okay, that's kind of confusing, but okay. Let me move the camera around. We're gonna shut this guy off because I need to install the Ace Pro. So, because I didn't do that earlier because I'm silly. Okay. So, on the back, you've got your Ace Pro setup stuffs. Hey, look at that. They gave us extra nozzle wipers. So, pretty nice. What's interesting is there's no screws for this, right? I didn't get any screws. So, here's the buffer tube. It goes like this, I believe. Once again, I've not read the instructions. I don't read instructions. But it kind of just, it clicks into place there. And then this guy will probably plug in here. Don't know why it wouldn't. It kind of just barely fits. Okay. So I don't have screws to screw this in. Let me check the box for a third time. There's a bag that says spool holder, but there's one for the filament hub. Okay. We got it. We got it. Filament hub. Mostly self-explanatory. Yeah, I mean, it's, yeah. 3D printers now are almost entirely self-explanatory for setup, at least. Okay, so this is like really short, really short. This is fully tensioned. This has to be like hanging off the back. I do not like that, even one little bit. I'm gonna plug that in there, and then we've got 4 monstrously large Bowden tubes. Like, holy Toledo, these are huge, way too big. Oh my gosh, like, why are these so big? I'm not gonna cut them because I can understand a time in which they might need to be long, but those are way too long. I would think. I don't want to cut them prematurely. This is the weirdest thing. Why does this spring out like this? Like, it literally pulls out. Yeah, I'm checking. I can't get this put in because that ain't going in. The one time, yeah, I just say I can do this without instructions, and here I am checking the instructions. Ace Pro, first remove the 4 blue clips. I tried to remove the clip. I tried to, but do I have to pull the dang thing out to remove the clip? That's what I was trying to do, but it didn't want to go. Oi, that is dingus right there. All right. I don't like that. That shouldn't be necessary. Okay, and my other tubes fell because why would they? Why would they play nicely? But once they're in, you can't just pull on them, which makes life a little bit easier. They probably don't recommend that, but I don't think it's gonna hurt anything. Okay. How you been? I've been doing good, man. How are you doing? I've been doing pretty good. How are you? Okay, and then these guys go in here. Just like so. Yeah, this, like I said, I'm not gonna cut it just yet because I would like to make an assessment after printing, but this is a little excessive. This needs to be maybe like 2 or 3 inches longer, because you pull this too hard, you're gonna break that. You're gonna break that cable. There's so much strain on here too. Like, take a look at this. There's so much strain on this cable. Oh well, it is what it is. Alright, we're going to turn this thing around. We're gonna get a print sent over to it. Okay. I have it plugged in wrong. Yeah, I'll check back in just a second. I trust you. I trust you. This probably goes in the... Okay. I flipped them around. That's bothersome. That makes a lot more sense, but that's annoying because they've got 4 pins and 6 pins in here, and now you have to read the instructions. I don't like that at all, actually. Everyone else makes it self-explanatory. Like, it's self-explanatory on all these other machines, and on this one, you can do it incorrectly. My power cables don't fit. They're too short, so we have to do it this way. Okay. Ace Pro. Unlock the print head, install the Ace Pro. Short cable goes into the printer directly. The 6 pin goes into the 4 pin on the printer. Yeah, that's, oh my gosh. I wonder what would happen if I powered it on like that. I wonder if it has protection against that kind of thing. Yeah, the short one goes into the printer, and then the 6 pin plugs in, 6 pin here and 4 pin here. It should just be the same all around. It probably wouldn't break anything. They probably have protection against it, but like, that doesn't seem like, I don't know, it doesn't seem that great to me. Okay, so is there like a benchy on here? So there's nothing pre-sliced. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right, I'm going to load this up with some filament. Let's see what happens. Let's just give it, I'll give it pink and another fuchsia. Okay. So of course, automatically feeds. Press on the test model folder. There are test models, 1 spool at a time. Yeah. Where's there? I didn't see. Oh, it's local. I'm just blind. Okay. Yeah, but that doesn't have multicolor on it. Oh, it's already done feeding. Seems to be working just fine to me. Yeah, I would like a multicolor benchy, right? But maybe we don't get that luxury here. I'll slice one. It should be pretty quick. Let me close this up, lock it in, and look back over here because I want to see the interface for the. Before I print, I want to see the drawing interface. Just curious what that looks like. Okay, so we go back. All right. Ace Pro dryer on. Not quiet, that's for sure. But it's okay. So this was like purple. Okay. Material, PLA, okay. Oh, this is nice. I like this. This was really simple. Super, super simple. Filament backup. No. Sure, but no. Oh, wow. Okay, that's super simple. Very, very easy. I like drawing mine at 50. So your max dry time is 48 hours. Okay. Cool. I'm pretty pleased with that, to be honest with you. Like, that makes life really, really easy. Okay, so I already got Orca Slicer over here, and I just need a benchy. Just need a benchy. Okay, we're going to color painting. We're going to do this really quick and easy. Well, that's a lot. I don't want to do that much. I just want to do a little bit. We'll just do this. That's still too much. I'll just do. Okay, you know what? I think we'll do it that way. There we go. That's what we'll do. It'll do it on bottom, and then it'll swap. And this is going to be Anycubic PLA, Anycubic PLA, Anycubic PLA. Okay. I will need to add the connection to it. I'm assuming it uses Clipper, I'm guessing. Octo Clipper plugin. No, it doesn't use it. Alright, let me check the instructions. Once again. First print, loading filament, software, install it. Oh, I gotta use their software? Oh. Oh. Alright. We'll just use the USB. Got to use their software. I didn't realize that. I googled it. I couldn't find their software, so I just figured, oh, let me just try Orca Slicer. Okay, so that's in there. Oh, it thinks I'm using 3 colors. Oh boy. So I need to map the colors. It doesn't recognize that automatically. Okay, that's fine. There's only 2 colors on here. Wonder why it thinks there's 3. No, you have to use wrinkles or sneaker net. Gonna be honest with you, I have not gotten that deep in. I have not used them. I have heard of sneaker net. I have not heard of wrinkles. Wrinkles? Wrinkles? Yeah, I googled their the S1, right? And it didn't pop up. So their slicer didn't pop up, so I just assumed. So if let's just out of curiosity, that's actually not that. So is there any web interface at all? I don't see any I don't see any web interface, which means I'm gonna email. I know we're using Clipper. Okay. Software binding. I really don't want to use the Anycubic slicer. Really don't want to use the Anycubic slicer. Vibration, compensation, power loss, recovery. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything there. All right, well, there isn't one. Well, it. What do you mean there's not one? In the instruction booklet, it says there's an Anycubic slicer. It's calling it AC Slicer 1.4. Anycubic Slicer 1.4. Please connect a printer to the net. Oh, my camera died. What happened? I have no idea why that camera died. Oh, no web interface. Yeah, that's not right. That's like totally going against Clipper terms of service, like keeping it locked down like this. I thought we were over that with after Creality did their shtick, which by the way they still haven't fixed. I thought we were over that, but clearly that's not the case. Okay, this one's fixed. So no web interface, can't use Orca Slicer. I like the screen. The screen on the printer is great. It's very intuitive. Fairly intuitive, for that matter. Okay. Well, it extruded some white filament. Not sure when, but it did. Oh, look, that's what this is. That's what that noise is. Like, what is it doing? That's this guy. Just very slowly feeding in. Now we're retracting. Now we're feeding the next one again? I'm very confused. What is it? What is going on? Well, she definitely ain't fast. But it's okay. At this price point, I'm not expecting speed. I'm expecting it to work. That's about it. And if it works and it does well, then we're good. I think it was setting the filament is what it was doing. I'm not sure why. I thought it set the filament when I loaded them in. Clearly it didn't, but that's what I thought it did. Alright. Works similar to the armored turtle. I have an armored box turtle kit. I have not built it yet, but I have a kit. Can we get this guy to like follow me again? There we go. Alright. Alright. I can finally sit after all those embarrassing mistakes. Yeah, I've got let's see. I have a box turtle kit. It just hasn't been built. It's going to get built. I promise it's going to get built. I just don't know what printer it's going to go on yet. Okay, this machine is loud. Compared to my other machines, it is very loud. Well, why did it stop? It should not be changing colors right now. It should not be changing colors right now. Because the file that I gave it, oh, it is changing colors right now. Look at this. Interesting. My bad. Okay, so we're gonna change. All right, so we changed colors a couple times in the very beginning. Not that one, the one he did as an April Fool's Day. Oh my gosh, hold on. Haven't seen that. I'm gonna look it up. I can't spell. HTLF. I designed a multi in a day. Happy Turtle Lettuce Feeder? What the heck? That's cute. I'll be honest, I did not see this news. I don't keep up with the I don't keep up with this kind of stuff, not because I don't want to, but because it's just so much. Like I'm keeping up with the industry the most. So it's really hard for me to keep up with. This thing's pooping all over me. It's really hard for me to keep up with this kind of stuff. Here's the poop, by the way. Just pooped on me again. It's an MMU clone. That does look like an MMU clone, but it is this one of the ones that I don't know what they're called. Is that one of the ones with like one oh gosh. Is it multiplexing? How it moves like an extruder or whatever from one to the next, or it selects The filament, is it one of those multiplexing multi-material systems? It kind of looks like it because it has these belts on it. That's why I think it looks like it's a multiplexing one. One drive and a selector. Yeah, it's a multiplexing one like that. I've never built one. I'm curious how the reliability is on a modern day multiplexing MMU is. Has anyone done any big content on this? Or actually, I should just look up. I'm torn between the trad racks and HTLF for an MMU. Trad rack has a few interesting design. Just wait for the index. Actually, though, that's not a bad suggestion. Yeah, it's too new. I mean, April was still only a few months ago, so. There's so many of these MMUs on the market. I would love to do a video on all of them, but the time that it would take to build all of them is just way too much. You have to build it, integrate it, test it, and then completely strip the whole printer down, build another one, then integrate it, then test it. It's just not really feasible, I don't think. All right. This smells really weird. I'm gonna be honest. It smells... Wait a minute. Is there an individual buffer for each filament? Because the back part earlier that I was like having to pull out of the Ace Pro, that is like doing what the buffer tube does. Is that... It's an individual buffer for each line of filament? Is that what this is? That just seems so overly complex. Whoa. There's no way to get the camera over here without fully moving it. I don't really want to move it right now. I feel like that leaves more moving parts, more things to break. You know what I mean? That doesn't seem like the greatest idea. Although, I admit, I've never had the buffer tube on my AMS or my CFS break. And they've got hundreds and hundreds of hours. So, like, it might not be that big a deal. I guess they went the route of the route they did with the design so that you can swap colors faster because you don't have to retract the filament all the way back. But you're not retracting it all the way back, but you're still retracting. You're retracting so slowly that all the time you save, you actually just lose it again. Let me get the camera so I can kind of show what I'm talking about here. I'm gonna have to. Oh, that actually might not work. I don't think I can get the camera off of here without unplugging it. You can just take the whole thing. Okay. So, what I'm talking about over here is that the filament So you've got your Ace Pro over here. You've got your Ace Pro over here, and you've got your long Bowden tubes all right. You got 4 Bowden tubes here, and they all connect up to here. Well, when you go to change the color, instead of like on the Creality CFS or on the Bamboo AMS, instead of retracting the filament all the way back and then all the way back into the, CFS or AMS or whatever, all you have to do is retract to here. You don't have to go back any further because you've got a 4-in-1 right here, and this is what's actually feeding right here. This is what's feeding into the printer. So you just retract your filament to like right here. The problem with it, you would save a lot of time, right? But the Ace Pro is feeding so slowly that you're not really saving very much time at all. So like, I don't know, it's really confusing. But also, look at this. Look at this down here. So you've got 4 individual buffers for every filament zone. But you have to because, well, no, you could have your 4-in-1, and then between this you could have, oops, I'm pointing but you can't see. You could technically have your 4-to-1 right here, and in the middle you could still have your buffer. So you only have like 1 buffer, but like they didn't do that. I don't know. I'm not complaining. I want to be very clear. I'm not complaining. It's just interesting. This is an interesting design that we haven't seen before. And so what I was saying earlier is that right on the AMS and the CFS and all those, you've got a single buffer. There's only, if it breaks, it's only one of them. Now you have 4 moving components, 4 things that could break. Good news is, again, like I mentioned, I've never had one of those buffers break. So like, I'm not convinced that it would happen, but it's just a thought. It's just a thought in the back of my head. Great, now my tripod wants to come off. Oh, it actually did come off. Oh my gosh, we got cameras going everywhere. All right, let's fix this. Each one's serviceable. Yeah, I mean each one is serviceable. I agree. But it still makes for an additional piece that can break. I think I've completely shaved this. That ain't good. This tripod is it's had better days. It has had better days. All right. Oy vey. This was a bad idea. This was a real bad idea taking this camera to go show you the Ace Pro, because now I've completely broken this thing. Now the camera's not able to go back on. Oh my gosh, the tripod is actually broken. That's not great. So now I have no idea how to get this close-up shot for you guys of the printer printing. I should have never touched it. I can't hold this thing forever. Yeah, there's no way I can hold this thing forever. That's an idea. I can use that. Can use this tripod over here. Not ideal, but might be all that we've got right now. The printer's printing pretty quickly though, to be fair. Well, it's not ideal, but it'll do. It'll do. Don't touch the camera. Okay, so far here are my thoughts. Print quality looks pretty decent. It's very loud. And it's very unique. It's very different, right? It is working in different ways than the other units that I've tested. But the print quality on the machine is great. I do like it. This screen up top, this flip screen, is a weird location, but I really like the firmware. It's intuitive. I know what I'm doing. Well, you can't do everything, I guess, while it's printing, but yeah, it just makes sense. The overall design is good. They've cheaped out in a few places that's not really necessary, right? So like you've got the plastic panels and stuff, but that's fine. If you're on a budget, right, that's a really good way to save money. Here's more poops. Overall, it's not a bad price. Or it's not a bad deal for the price. It's pretty fast. Right now it is $498. For $800, it starts to become a little bit less of a good deal. But for $500, it's pretty good. What I really don't like is that I can't use Orca Slicer directly. And I don't really think it's worth going through some, you know, some backdoor method of wrinkles or sneaker net to make something function, right? It should just work right out of the box. Yeah, for $800, it's not good. For $800, it's a hard pass. For $500, I will say this. I really like the FlashForge AD5X. The FlashForge AD5X is an incredible machine, it dominates. Super, super good for the price. Does this beat the FlashForge AD5X out? I don't know. I don't know. The Ace Pro is a dryer. The FlashForge's IFX does not dry. You can only have 4 colors. This you can have 8. So like, I don't know. What do you value, right? That's kind of what it comes down to. Because I'll tell you right now, the Creality Space Pi 4 that I have right here, this guy, which you can barely see because the other camera's in the way, that dryer is $200. And it does nothing but dry your filament. That means when you consider this whole package for $500, for an additional $300, you get a printer, and it does multi-material. It's got a camera built into it. I mean, it's a pretty good package. If it was I don't even know what size is it. I don't even know what size this is. It doesn't even say on the build sheet. So this is, it is 250 cubed. Or it says 250 cubed. Right here. Where's my mouse? My mouse went away. It says 250 cubed right here. Oh, you mean the 85X. Okay, no, I thought you meant this one. Yeah. I'll be honest though, I mean, I agree. The extra 30 millimeters might be handy for some people, but there are very, very few times where an extra 30 by 30 by 30 is going to be that big of a game changer for me personally. Usually, like, right, sometimes I will throw a whole load of parts on a plate. I might put 4 or 5 parts on a plate, but I still have room normally. So even on the 220, if I put 4 parts on it, it'll probably max it out. 5 parts will max it out, but I didn't have any issues. So I got rid of my 85s and 85Xs. I got rid of them not because I didn't like them, but because they didn't serve a purpose in my printing ecosystem. I didn't have anything else from FlashForge, and the firmware was not as good. The firmware on this is absolutely incredible. I really like it. Okay, fair. That's why you got the S1. I mean, that's totally fair. I just think to myself, like, build plate size to me personally is so much less important than to a lot of other people, and I don't know why that is. I don't know what I print differently from other people, but a lot of people, I don't think you're alone when you say that. I think I'm in the minority there. I guess I print a lot of smaller items, like, meaning probably 2 to 4 inches max. Probably not even, yeah, maybe 2 to 4 inches in size normally. So I almost never print individual large items. Also, for me, I've got tons and tons, or I've got 30 3D printers. So if I have a project, for instance, this project right here, the filament thing. This is probably like, I think this was like 25 pieces or something. I just turned on 10 printers and just loaded all the, or it was like 4 or 5, right? It wasn't 10, but I just loaded up all the parts on all the printers and just kind of went for it. So maybe with a 220 build plate, I got fewer parts on the printer, but I just had other printers to make up for it. So maybe that's why it's irrelevant. Maybe that's why I haven't noticed the difference being important for me personally. Whereas someone else that's only got 1, 2, 3 machines, it might make a lot bigger deal. That might be why. So I think I'm gonna see how long this takes. I'm gonna download it just because I'm curious. If this is quick, then I might run these as well. Oh, I gotta paint these. How did they do it? Yikes. Okay, I'm gonna paint these while this printer's printing. See if I can print some of these. Look how fast that was. I'm an expert. Because if I just copy and paste this a few times. What does it think the print time is going to be on that? Probably going to be too long to do it on stream now. 3 hours. Yeah, I can't do a 3-hour print on stream. That's fine. What kind of filament you use mainly? Chris, I use, to be completely honest with you, I primarily use PLA. And that's not because of any specific reason. It's just a lot of what I print is for YouTube, and PLA, it's just easiest, right? But I do print PETG and ASA for my eBay store and for functional parts that need to be strong. That makes sense for storage 100%. That makes so much sense. And I do think a lot of people print storage. I think a ton of people use the Gridfinity. Or a lot of people are actually migrating to multi-bins now. Or multi-board and multi-bins. So what does the screen tell me about time remaining? Oh wow, it thinks there's 23 minutes left. The quality looks really good. I'm impressed. I'm pretty impressed. Jiraiya Gen 2 system. Let me look it up. Haven't heard of it. Jiraiya Gen 2. Okay. That is very complex. That's like way more detailed than a bunch of other systems. Why have I not heard of this? This looks incredible. And it's all free. Jeez. Wow. This is nice. I'm gonna have to do some more looking into this because I like this. Gen 2 Core 1 kit. Yo, do I need to print this for my Core 1? Is that what I need to do? Ah, Murph and fell in love. Man. I thought I might get to Murph, but it didn't happen. Oh, no, sorry. Rocky Mountain. Sorry. Not mid, no. Oh, wait, hold on. I get all these names mixed up because I thought I was going to go to it this year. I did not get to it this year, but because I haven't been before. Yeah, I thought that was Midwest. Okay. Yeah. I get them all mixed up. I think Isn't Rocky Mountain changing the name? I'm gonna eat this whole bag of peach rings before I'm done here. It's not gonna be good for me. Oh, East Coast, okay. It's like what, Printopia or something? Yeah, Printopia. Wait. 3D Printopia, okay. Yeah. Bel Air, Maryland. I need to get out there at some point. It's just so hard because YouTube is not my full-time career or my full-time job. So I'm really limited to time off of work as well. I mean, $10 tickets though, you can't go wrong with that. It's just so cheap for the whole weekend. So, it's so worth it if you're nearby. I wish there was one near me. I should start one. How we doing? Looking pretty good. There's some hairs on the back of it, but these are probably hairs that would be pretty easy to clean up. So I'm not too concerned about that. How accessible are replacement parts for the S1? I'm going to be completely honest with you, man. I have absolutely no idea. Let me go to Anycubic's website right now. Let's look. I don't know what is special to this machine. I have no idea what's special and what's just and what's not. I've always hated Anycubic's website. It sucks. It's so bad. For filament 3D printers. So, right now you can get their hot end. You can get filament cutters, the filament hub, and that's it. So the filament hub, I would surely hope, will never break. So you'll probably never need to buy this. Most likely ever. The hot end, I'm gonna be honest, if this goes, you're probably going to need to buy one of these. This does not look very standard. Whatever's going on with this throat right here, heat break, looks kind of odd. So if that breaks, you'll probably have to buy from them. The filament cutter, this is one of those things where I would just buy like one extra of this and like 2 or 3 of these because they're just so cheap. Just buy a few extras of these items because it would really suck to not be able. It would really suck to not be able to print upgraded hot ends off Amazon. The second one for okay, yeah. Let me check Amazon because Kobra S1 hot end. There you go, perfect. 21 bucks. So pretty replaceable. You even get you get hardened steel nozzles. It looks like. Are they appear to be hardened steel. Well, upgraded ceramic heating won't print line. Bimetal. It doesn't say what they are. Bimetal nozzles. It doesn't say they're hardened steel. Well, whatever it is, you get a couple socks. 21 bucks. You really can't go wrong with that. Here you go. You get 2 hot ends for 28. No nozzles, no extra nozzles, but 3 for 32. This might be your best deal yet, right? You get 3 of them, which all have pre-installed nozzle. Wait, you get a 0.6, a 0.4, and a 0.2 nozzle. Does this have a quick? Is this a quick swap nozzle? Is that why it's got this? Oh, is this advertised as quick swap? Where you just rip the whole hot end out and yeah, it looks like they're pretty easy to get for this machine. Yeah, I was about to say that this has got to be quick swap advertised because that's what the other machines I've seen that advertise as quick swap, that heat break looks exactly like that. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, any printer that's advertised itself as quick swap, in my personal opinion, haven't really been that quick. But actually, I take that back. The Bamboo Lab A1 is quick, and the 85X is also quick. You're saying just the lever? That's nice. That's really nice. I should have opened up the cover to the tool head. I'll open up the cover to the tool head when I'm done printing this. I want to see that. That is nice if it's just a lever. There we go. Right here. Right here. Yep. Take it off. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's nice. That's fast. I do like that. That makes me excited. Because here's the thing. If you're going to have a custom nozzle, sorry, a custom hot end assembly, whether it's the ceramic, heat block, custom nozzle, I don't care what it is. If you're going to have a custom assembly, at least give me some kind of a benefit, right? If you're just going to make some proprietary hardware, that's just going to make me angry. But if you make it actually quick swappable, now we're getting into a territory where it might make sense. Okay, I'll have my like this Amazon listing. That Amazon listing had three whole hot end setups, a 0.2, a 0.4, and a 0.6, or was it a 0.8? I don't remember. Okay, you just swap the whole entire nozzle assembly. There's no reason, or sorry, hot end assembly. There's no reason to unscrew a nozzle and screw a new one in at that point. You just take the whole thing out and put a whole new one in. Now I'm actually buying some value there. Because for a while there, these manufacturers were making like proprietary hot end setups that were not beneficial, and in any way they did nothing other than cost me money because I had to buy your special nozzle, and if it broke, I had to buy your special hot end again. right? We went from the Ender 3 era where if something broke, you would just go to Amazon and you would order any V6 style hot end and you would just plug the wires in and it worked. Then around the time when Bamboo Lab came out, that completely like died. There were other printers. Like down here I'm looking at one. Actually, I'll pull it up right now. I bet no one knows what this is, but this is the G-Tech Thunder. I bet a lot of you guys have never even heard of G-Tech. Well, G-Tech, of course, they are a fairly small organization or a fairly small brand, but they haven't made a printer in a while. But around the Ender 3 time, they were cranking out printers like everyone else. That machine was one of the first machines that advertised 250 millimeters per second printing. Like, seriously, it was one of the first ones that did it. But it was Ender 3 era days, and everything on that hot end is completely custom. I bet if that thing broke right now, you couldn't replace the pieces. Almost guaranteed. So it's like around that time, like 3.5 years ago, where we started seeing this custom proprietary toolhead setup stuff, and it's like, is it worth buying extras now? Or is it worth just trashing the whole thing and buying a new printer in 3 years, right? Like, because there's a couple manufacturers that don't sell the nozzles. They only sell the whole entire hot end assembly, the whole thing. So, I mean, the whole assembly is like 55 or 60 bucks. At that point, it's like, do I buy this right now because I know in 3 years it's not going to be available? Or in 3 years, do I just, I save my 60 bucks now, and in 3 years I buy another printer for 350 bucks kind of thing. Like, what do you do? See, I love Anchor Make, okay? I really love Anchor Make, but let's take a look at this. I'm going to change the screen in just a second, I promise. If I can even find it, I think it's... I'm going to use this as an example. I really, really love Anchor Make. They're a fantastic sponsor of the channel, and I actually do like their 3D printers. But look, they're going through a phase right now where they've rebranded to Eufy Make. They're no longer making 3D printers, and people are very unsure if their products are going to exist. So, like, what do? Do you just buy a motherboard for 60 bucks in case your motherboard is fried? Do you buy this motherboard for the M5C in case it gets fried? And it's like, this is 60 bucks. This is $76, right? What about your nozzles? Your nozzles are 20 bucks, and these nozzles are special. They're like closer to volcano style nozzles. So like, what do? Buy these now and keep them in a box for later, or like, I don't know. It's a really weird position people are put in when you start selling proprietary stuff like that. The TZ clones that convert to MK8 nozzles. Are these the, you're talking about these? I feel like I've seen these. I'm not sure. TZ. Yeah, I don't know. Just this whole proprietary thing, I don't know how I like the whole proprietary market because I I mean, I'll say this, unless manufacturers start to like crank down and make some things proprietary, we're never going to have improvements, right? That's what happened with Bamboo Lab. They came in, they cranked everything down and made it really proprietary. It's because they held the key to all their hardware, which means they could fine tune it exactly how they wanted. So we had an immense increase in user experience and product quality. But at the same time, it's like, if you're only going to have a 1 or 2 year service life, that's not cool, right? Like, that's like saying my cell phone, I don't even know where my phone is. That's like saying my cell phone, you know, oh, in 2 years, my $1,000 cell phone has to be thrown away because it's useless. That's not cool. And, you know, I'm sitting here with this machine that, thank goodness, Anycubic, thank you, right? Anycubic sent it to me, but like, all my viewers, right? Like, I'm pinned with the burden, not the, I shouldn't call it a burden. What's the right word? I'm with the responsibility. I'm pinned with the responsibility of saying, should you get this? Should you not get this? And it is made pretty difficult when it's like the G-Tech Thunder, that down there. It's like, I have no idea how long you're gonna sell parts for this thing. Obviously, Anycubic is a big brand, and all of their stuff is probably gonna be around for a long time. So it's probably nothing to worry about with this machine. But yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting world that we live in. All right, we're done. Okay, so what is this guy? Got the lever? No. All right. So it seems to have stayed over here on the print screen. It tells you it's 100%. It says 0 seconds, so that's like time remaining. Oh, we're not seeing anything. So like the screen tells you it's at 100% and 0 seconds, but that 0 seconds is how much time is remaining. So it doesn't actually tell you how long it took, which I don't know about that. I would like to know. So you click stop. No, it's done printing, but it's not stopped yet. So I gotta actually stop it. Okay. Printing time 0 seconds. It actually says that must be a glitch in the system. A glitch in the firmware. It's a loud beep. Okay. So this is what I was saying about some of those strings. It's not perfect. And there's some strings up here by the hole as well. But the color transition is good. The layers are stacked very well. The strings that I'm seeing are marginal, and to be honest with you, there is a chance that these strings could be due to the filament. I'm not going to blame the filament right now, but it's a possibility. Because I did just take this directly off my shelf. Right? I did not dry it. I didn't prepare this in advance. I just took it off the shelf and printed with it. On the bottom of the boat, it is a little, it's in multicolor, and it's still a little difficult to read, which is kind of problematic, right? It does look very good. I am impressed. I am thoroughly impressed. These strings don't really bother me at all. We're looking good up here on the chimney. The license plate is literally unreadable, but I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know of any 3D printer that I have personally used that you can read it. Some people claim you can, but maybe it's my eyes, I don't know. These strings would clean up with a torch very, very easily. They're just wisps. I'm impressed. I'm thoroughly impressed. Alright, I like this. It's good, but now I want to check out the hot end. Oh yeah, and by the way, everything adhered to the plate really well. The PEI sheet. If you want me to make another complaint or a gripe, the door, it does not open as much as I would appreciate. But that's just if I'm intentionally trying to find something to complain about. So we gotta unlock it. How does this come off? Well, it's not magnetized on there, that's for sure. Okay, I gotta read the instruction book. I'll have to remove this because I cannot get it off. Hey, someone else is making a gold pan to look for gold. Hey, that's pretty genius. There you go. There's no gold in southeast where I'm from, so I don't think I'm gonna be printing a gold pan, unfortunately. Or if I do, maybe I can send it to someone else to find me gold and I can get some of the profits. Eh? Good idea? So, okay, there's nothing in here about removing the tool head cover. This should be pretty obvious. I think it's screwed in right here. I think it's actually screwed in. I thought we kind of like killed the screwed in tool heads like a while ago, but maybe that's not the case. Maybe we are still doing it. If you're still screwing your tool head cover in 2025, you're doing a really bad thing. They should be held on by magnets. And they should just pop right off. It's actually screwed in up top as well. I think. I could just be unscrewing random screws here. And I'm not scared for that. I've done that more times than I could count. Greetings from Slovenia. Oh my goodness. Greetings. How are you? What time is it for you? Alright. That cover does not come off very easily, I'll be honest with you. So if this is easy to do, I should be able to do it without reading the instructions. Okay, it's cooled down. Whoa! That is fast. Oh yeah. That's also connected to something. Okay. There's a lever right here. You just pull this lever up, and this guy just like falls right out. We have some, the wires are plugged in the back, I think. You know what? Let me check real quick. Yeah, they're plugged in back here, so I'm not gonna unplug them. What time is it where you're at? It is 6:43, or 18:43. No different 3D printer with different types, I guess. I thought I had some good ideas, but you're just as awesome. You have a Bamboo Lab X1 carbon. This printer is really good and fast. Yeah, I'll show you the quality in just a minute. Once again, okay. I'm very happy actually with this hot end, or actually with this tool head, rather, because that doesn't come out. You lift this lever, and then it does. That's incredible. I love that. Oh yeah, that's wonderful. Okay, now Anycubic, go back to the drawing board on this though. We don't want to be using screws to undo our tool head covers. That's terrible. That's awful. We're past that. Screws are a thing of the past. They should just pop right out. Our tool head covers, for that matter. And this whole clamshell thing, I don't know about that either. That's a pretty bad design. I like that. One of the other live YouTuber has a 3D printer too, but he has a WeDo Tina 2S. Oh my goodness gracious. That's an old machine. Isn't it? That's a very old machine. And especially 4 screws. Come on. Don't do me like this. Anycubic making it difficult on me. Alright. So this is the part that we just printed, right? Quality, I would say, is, I'm not seeing any Z artifacts, no Z banding, nothing like that. I would say surface finish is probably an 8.5 out of 10. The stringing for retraction, this could be an issue with my filament, and I do not know for sure. I'm not 100%, but I'm just gonna say this: if it is my filament, then retraction has no issues. If it's not my filament, then this is not something I've seen on other printers that come out of the box, to be honest with you, in the last year. But it's not the end of the world. It's very, very manageable. There's no Z seams really that visible. I'm very pleased. I think the Kobra S1 did a very good job. Yeah, he can only do small printing. He can only do small printing. Where am I from? I'm from the southeast United States, so I'm in Alabama. Where are you guys? So you're in Slovenia? It's a long ways away, man. You said, what time you say it is? You said it's 1:44 in the morning. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Yeah, dude, I like it. I'm very pleased with it, if I'm being honest. I am pleased with it. Especially because it is only $500 US. I don't know what the price is for you. Sometimes the price changes from region to region. But right now the price is $500 for me. Right? Let me see if I can find it again. Right, we've got, oh wait. Oh, the price literally just changed. Okay, it was just, wait. No, okay, hold on. Well, maybe the price just changed. It's $600. I think it's worth the money. It's just so hard to say, right? Because how do you do this? Can you zoom in? Like, yeah, there we go. It's so hard to say because from one market to the next, there's different printers are available. For the U.S. market, everything is available, right? And the only other printer that I see that can compete with this one right now is the FlashForge AD5X. That's the only one that I see competing with this. And over here, you've got a full enclosure, right? So you can print ABS, you can print materials that need to be enclosed. So you're already a step ahead over here. But there are some downsides to it. You have to use the FlashForge slicer, or sorry, you have to use the Anycubic slicer for the S1. Oh, okay. So, I don't know. There's pros and cons to it. I definitely don't think it's a bad deal. At $500, I think it's a worthwhile purchase. They have the full price is $750. For $750, not worth it. Not worth it for $750. But for a sale, it's pretty good. And actually, one thing that I don't like about it is that you can only have 2 of the Ace Pros, right? So you can only do 8 colors. I think most people are probably going to be okay with that, and it probably doesn't matter for most people. But that's something to consider, because with Creality and with Bamboo Lab, you can do 16 colors, right? You can do 16 different materials. So it's a consideration. The Ace Pro, the build quality on the Ace Pro, the build quality on the Ace Pro is not that great, in my opinion. It's not bad, but it is definitely lacking. It feels kind of cheap. What printers do I use? Well, so there's my Core 1. I just finished building it. My Prusa Core 1. On the ground over here, I have a Snapmaker Artisan. I've also got a few other machines in this room, but I don't use them. I've got a couple other Ender 3 style printers. Then in my second print studio, I have a K2 Plus, a Creality High, a K1 Max, and 2 K1Cs. And then in my third print studio, I've got 4 AnchorMake M5s, 1 AnchorMake M5C, a Bamboo Lab X1 Carbon, a Bamboo Lab P1P, a Bamboo Lab P1S, and then there's a few other machines in there as well. So there's a lot. I think we have, right now we have about, it's probably like 20 to 30 printers in the studio right now. And some of them are in boxes still too, right? Like there's stuff that we have that we haven't opened yet. Man. You guys make sure to like the stream, subscribe if you're not, because I am going to do a dedicated video on this machine. It'll be a full-length video outlining my thoughts on this printer. I'm not sure when it's going to come out, but hopefully it'll be somewhat soon. And I think we're probably winding down here too. I'm getting a little tired. Ugh, I'm getting tired. So I think I might shut it down here in about 5 minutes. Do you guys have any questions about the Anycubic Kobra S1? I'm not sure that I am suitable to answer them all, but I might be able to. I just unboxed it today, right? And if you rewatch the stream, I made a whole bunch of mistakes because I chose not to read the instructions, which this is the first printer in a very long time that might actually require reading the instructions. Oh man, been a long day. So you cannot use Orca Slicer. You can only have 2 Ace Pros. Trying to come up with all the negatives I've thought about so far. The door does not open up all the way. It's pretty. The machine is loud. In my opinion, the machine is pretty loud. The build quality on the S1 is good, but the build quality on the Ace Pro is not so great. It's not poor build quality, but it's just, it could use some work. But these are all things that you get with a $500 price tag. And as you can see, the print quality was good. So like it was far suitable for a $500 price tag. Very, very suitable. And actually the firmware on this machine, the screen is nuts. The screen is really, really good. I would actually venture to say the screen is as good. As good. I don't want to say better than the Creality or the Bamboo screens, but it is at least as good as it in terms of the firmware. What is the best printer that I have? That's debatable. See, the Core 1 over here, this actually might be the new best printer that I own. I have not printed with it enough to know for sure, but it might be the new best machine that I have. I love my K2 Plus. I probably think the K2 Plus is the best machine that I have, like just from what I've used, but that doesn't mean that I use it the most. I use my Bamboo machines the most. It's just because the Bamboo machines are always turned on. They are powered on 100% of the time. They've not been turned off in months. So that's probably why I use the Bamboo Lab machines the most. But the print quality on Bamboo and K2 Plus are basically the same. They're identical. There's something stuck in your head and I keep on watching. What is that, Tyler? Guys, we're gonna probably shut down in just a couple minutes. I appreciate everyone for stopping in. It's been a really good stream. Overall opinions on the S1, very high. The opinions are so far pretty high for this one. I like it. I don't know how good it would be in a print farm setup, meaning 4 or 5 machines. I think it would be pretty loud. And I don't know how the software would handle it. I really like Creality's software for print farming. I use Creality printers for my print farm because the software is so good. Creality 6.1, 6.0, 6.0, 6.1, 6.2. Absolutely the best slicer on the market right now. Guaranteed, easily, in my opinion. Alright guys, I again really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, now's the last chance. I'm about to sign off. But seriously, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. I have a lot of really cool content coming out soon. I've been pretty slow recently, but I've been continuing to make content. I have so much footage filmed. It just needs to be edited and published. No matter how hard you've tried to think of things, standard 5-gallon bucket is roughly 11 inches diameter and 14.5 inches in height. Okay, what about it? Alright. Guys, I also have a Discord link. You should be able to find it in the description of this video. If you guys want to continue chatting, I will be over on Discord. Tyler, I know you've got that. I know you've got that burning question. Go join the Discord down below and let's chat there. Would you recommend for a first printer? Well, I've seen someone else. Why wouldn't you do it? Yes, actually, right now, I think this is a good first printer. I do. I don't know long term, but I really like how it works right now. The quality's good. I literally did nothing. I just turned it on, ran through auto calibration, and it started printing. So it does a very good job. It would be a decent first printer, 100%. But wait until my final thoughts on this with my dedicated video, because the dedicated video I published, I'll answer that question if I think it's a good for a first time printer. And of course, guys, I'm gonna have affiliate links and stuff in the descriptions for everyone. But once again, guys, make sure to subscribe. I will see you in the next live stream. I'll also hopefully see you in my dedicated video about this machine. So, guys, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a good night. And for those of you that are in Slovenia at 2 in the morning, good night, guys. You don't have a 3D printer. Tyler, join the Discord. Let's talk. We'll get you a 3D printer. We'll get you a good one. All right, see you later, guys. Thanks.